Hey guys, it's Groff. It's been a couple of months, but I've been regularly reminded that I needed to do this. Why did I do 50,000 burpees in 2022? Sort of a follow up, I guess, but um, yeah, what would drive someone to record, stream, upload burpees every single day for 300 and some odd days until I hit 50,000? The real simple answer for that was so my sons would see it. I've got three sons, varying ages. One's moved out of state already. One's about three and a half. But yeah, they're all that carry on our little bit of genetic half of you. So inspire them to do something good. But yeah, I want to talk about just like the origin of burpee, why I did 50,000 burpees last year, why I did 50,000 in 2020. Um, Royal H. Burpee, the physician that gave us the 4 count, the original burpee was 4 sets. They would take your heart rate before and after, and that would determine what kind of shape you were in. uh, yeah, we've manipulated and demonized that exercise pretty good. I think the military added the push up. I think CrossFit may have added the hop, and then at some point added like the chest hitting the ground, and Navy SEALs, you got the alternating leg rises, and then got the diversity of the burpee, and everyone with their own unique signatures to them. That was one of the coolest things about last year's journey was seeing the signatures of everyone's individual burpee style. So yeah, 2019, I was doing some basic work around the state park. It was like after hurricane cleanup, just kind of like doing lawn maintenance and stuff up there, and got a mower stuck, a riding mower, and didn't realize it was wedged under a movable object. Like this thing was not going anywhere, and I went to lift it like as hard as I could. I thought it was just stuck down in a ditch, and did like a 50 and 25% rotator cuff tear on my right arm. It's pretty much like there was no position I could hold my arm in that wasn't like almost screaming pain. And the VA hospital wait time about 2 months later, I think. It may have been 3 months later, I got the shot in my arm that actually took it from like an 11 out of 10 down to about like a 3 bearable. But ended up going to physical therapy. He had also called out that I was overweight, basic, the standard American diet, something like 220, 225 pounds. Uh, he put me on, well, he just suggested really hard to me do a 1500 calorie a day diet for like such amount of time, and he showed me this tracking app, and it was like really cool stuff. Just it's like, hell yeah, it's a challenge, let's go for it, something to do. And it worked. I mean, it's math. You eat 1500 calories a day and don't cheat yourself, and a week passes by and you slowly start losing weight. And I think that helped me get into the fitness mentality because by the time 2020 rolled around, I realized originally what I wanted to do was 5,000 burpees before my 40th birthday, which gave me like 2 months. It came to like 100 burpees a day plus a little bit. Like one day I would have had to have done, I don't know, 150 or 200, something like that. So I got two friends that I knew, well, they inspired me, but I knew they would support me. I got them together on Messenger and created like, a group chat between us and was like, hold me accountable every single day. Like, this is something I want. And they both agreed to it, which was cool because it's like, you have one friend, you're gonna have that the enabler. You want to take a day off, and they tell you it's all right. But if you've got two friends who have agreed that you're gonna do it, you're not getting that day off. So yeah, I hit that goal. That first set of 100, God, I whined through it. it probably took me like an hour's doing 10 at a time and then muttering to myself, stupid idea. And then from that 5,000, I think I realized like it's possible to hit like 25,000. So for a couple of days, I had this, oh, I'll just do, 25,000. And then it clicked like, nah, I could double what I'm doing because it's bearable. 100 isn't bad. Uh, I was like, I could do 50,000, like on paper, if I just do 200 a day for so many days nonstop. And they stuck with me that whole damn year. Like a lot of you found Iron Wolf in 2020, and for whatever reason, I never thought to go back to YouTube after finding that Chase Barron video. I was just like, well, it's me by myself, and we had COVID to keep everyone at home alone in 2020, but I had some music I had picked out and didn't really stray from much of anything other than this, like, if I keep it to the most boring routine I can and just grind it out every day, then it'll be done. Like, don't try to vary it too much. Don't overthink it. Just get that piece done. It'd be like walking a marathon, but you still finished. God, that first year was rough. Shit. Yeah, Josh and Eric, they got me through. The reason I went with Josh, he had recently lost a lot of weight doing a lot of exercise on his own, posting Instagram updates and stuff like that. Like at least 50 plus pounds. It may have been closer to like 100, but he lost a massive amount of weight and started getting in like really good shape, going to the gym regular and taking care of himself. And then I worked with Eric. He had the same mentality I did. Like, if you got it to do in front of you, get it done. Be done with it, then go home and then relax. And relax at 100% relaxation. But yeah, that 50,000 the first year, I mean, I physically benefited so much, mentally benefited from it. I had like, God, my whole entire body seemed to change. I think one of the probably bigger motivators was at one point my wife saying how she liked my dad bod, and that sounded awful. So I had to fix it. I guess there's a few drawbacks to doing 100 plus burpees a day. I did a lot on my knuckles. Switched up from the hands because you just start getting a lot of tension on the fingers. Things start hurting, like you have fingers starting to go numb and stuff like that. And then on the knuckles, it feels a lot more natural when you're doing a 4 count. I'd imagine with push-ups, it's not. I don't know, it would probably change the push-up a little bit, but yeah, my callousing on my knuckles, bruising on my knuckles, it looked like I was some kind of a street fighter, just walking around with really dark, noticeable circles on the backs of my hands. Um, uh, the amount of discomfort and pain that you will get used to doing that many burpees. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but it's consistent. Some days, I wouldn't say they breezed by. I could go to a spot in my mind and just work through them, become a breathing process, but they sucked every day. God, there was there was never a day when they didn't suck at least a little bit. But then like the benefits, like way beyond the physical benefit of, yeah, you're burning the set amount of calories if you're doing like 100 to 200 a day. It's easy, dumbed down exercise, covers everything on your body you need to do, even like the basic 4 count, without adding in all the extra stuff. You could even do the step back. I think my wife compared it to the sun salutation in yoga. So if you did 100 or 200 of those a day, it's full body. Like, there were parts on me that got firmer that I didn't even realize were like muscle groups, I guess. Especially, I was one of the laziest people I know. Yeah, I'm definitely the laziest person. And I managed to do it and get through it. Another benefit is if you do give yourself challenges, give yourself a small burpees challenge, you'll realize you can do way more physically. It's a new concept that becomes solidified in your mind after you've accomplished something like that. It's I don't know, it's not for everyone, especially the everyday. It's really good. It's take breaks. If you're doing normal exercise regimens, it's not. There's you could benefit a lot more from doing different things and taking the breaks in between to give yourself time to recuperate and your muscles to grow and stuff like that. This is more of the running a marathon's not good for you. It's not healthy for you. It's just sort of a feat you could accomplish. Um, People I would suggest it to if you really struggle with holding some kind of a this on this day we have to do legs or this day is arms, schedule stuff like that. Keeping it simple, 100, 200 burpees, just step up to the mat and don't leave until you're done. There's your exercise, it's all done. Do it again tomorrow. Don't think about it. Just wake up and get to it. And then anyone dealing with like chronic levels of depression, I don't mean, not someone you have some situation where you lost a job, you feel bad, need to fill some time. No, like if you live in a regular dark state, then try it because it's not. I'm not pushing that. Exercise will cure everything. This is more of a pushing yourself to such a physical extreme that your brain just kind of gives in and says, okay, like the new rulers up in here right now telling me what to do. Just go along for the ride. It'll bring you to better mental places. It'll bring you to some really weird places, and you'll work through a lot of stuff. But that was the good thing about 50,000 burpees is you'll learn patience and you'll learn how to process things differently, appreciate time differently, appreciate what your body can do. Just that thousands that I did this year, I would have said there's no way in hell that I could have done 1,000 burpees in one go, even in good shape. Yeah, 30-year-old me would have just passed out. I don't know. I think I covered a lot. Like, I appreciate all you guys. 82 of you by the end of the year had found one another. A lot of the burpee community just shared mutual support. Guys doing some crazy stuff, like just hundreds, 1,000 Navy SEALs, just ridiculous, ridiculous exercises, and they've got the bodies to show for it. I mean, you put in that kind of work, it's gonna show off. um, some cool people around the world. And yeah, whatever your grind is, make sure you're doing it for you. I know some people you gotta work to get by. Some people just waking up, getting out of bed, it's a struggle. Some people live in constant pain. Some people disabilities. Some with ones you can't see. Everyone's got their struggle. The grind is different for everyone. But find something that makes you feel. Find something to leave for your kids if you got them. I think it's gonna be Beat Saber year this year again. 50,000 burpees. I guess it's 100,000 now. All right, keep grinding, guys. whatever your goals are, whatever you're trying to do, just keep grinding.